Okay, hi YouTube. I'm Melissa, and I am the owner operator of Vasquez Vintage. We have just started our YouTube channel, and so I am not a professional, and I just wanted to say hello. We've got some people that we follow and that have started to follow us quite a bit, so we thought we would make some videos about our daily life and reselling. I resell used items and new items, a lot of vintage things, some new things like sporting goods, shoes, clothing, all kinds of things, whatever we can find. We're out of Seattle, Washington. We live in the north end of Seattle. Um, but yeah, I sell on eBay, Mercari, OfferUp, Let Go, Facebook Marketplace. What else? Etsy. We sell our vintage items on there. We also sell our soy candles that we make here. They are made of containers that are vintage or unique, that are repurposed and made into soy candles in different scents. And my wife Abby is the second part of our business, and she's also an industrial designer by trade, but she also helps me with this business, Vasquez Vintage, and she's the creator of Free Candles. So that's kind of us in a nutshell right now. I've been reselling for just over a year in March. So I am semi-pro, but very new. We started full-time, or I started full-time last October. So I left my job as an inventory manager slash administrator at a veterinary clinic. I loved that. I've always done inventory management. I've done a lot of operational things. I was the director of operations at a catering company at the zoo here for about 9 years. So I've always been kind of on the back end, kind of, I like to crunch numbers. I like to watch trends. Um, I love kind of the ins and outs of business and how to make it better. I've done a lot of work with social media marketing on the back end for the different businesses that I've worked for. So I'm always kind of just figuring things out. I like to learn. So you'll see me trying all kinds of different things, failing at some, and succeeding at others. So that is a quick intro. We're going to put together kind of a mashup video from today and maybe a couple things from this week. We'll see how it goes. I don't know how often we'll be posting, but um, hello. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see what else we end up doing. Thank you.
Just a moment, I'll be back.
Okay, no problem.
Can I get ices to the register, please? Can I get ices to the register? June to the register, please. Thank you.
What are these cards called?
Actually, I don't even know what these are pronounced as.
Are they old?
I think they're 99 or 90. 90.
1990 is vintage.
Mm-hmm.
Nice t-shirt.
Shut up.
Last minute packages, 5:45. So I didn't mention that we also sell on Poshmark. So our Poshmark ad is at Vasquez Variety on Poshmark, and I sell a lot of men's clothing. We do have some women's shoes and clothes as well, but I don't specialize in that. I am learning. So otherwise, men's jackets, shoes, and odds and ends that I think are cool that I would wear, I post for others based on finding out what the retail or resale value is. In addition, some things that I like to sell, I guess it would be on eBay or anywhere else besides Poshmark, just because it's not clothing. But some of my favorite things to sell are electronics, like older electronics, boom boxes that I find that have nostalgic value for me, VCRs and things like that, just because I think it's awesome that they have such a great value currently to resell. Um, I like to sell shoes, I guess, but I'm not a sneakerhead. I like weird, different things that don't cost that much, that are colorful, different, unique. It's the things I would have wore if I was 21 again. um, and I just recently got into plush toys. Weird thing, but there's some amazing things that you can sell for $50 to $100, depending on what it is. So specialty plush toys, especially ones that talk, or are unique or limited edition. So I like hunting and finding those. And I'm sure if anybody watches our Instagram at Vasquez Vintage, you've seen some of the things that I've been able to find so far. But yeah, so those are some of the things that I like to sell. But I'm love learning about each and everything. We just got into some ceramics and flatware and different things, just anything that we can find that's kind of older, that has value, that's awesome to deal with. Some things that I don't like to deal with are like swimsuits, um, I don't know, baby things right now, but maybe in the future if I find some that are worth a good amount of profit. So yeah, that's what I like to sell. All right, so on Mercari, we sold this Dymo Bluetooth label printer, which if it hadn't sold, I'd probably keep it for myself, but I'd rather turn $5 into $45. So there's that. This is the JVC just boombox we got for $5 at a yard sale. And this is the one that we posted on our Instagram. Let me turn that over. That has the like detachable tape recorder thing, which I thought was amazing. Unfortunately, it probably needs new belts, and I didn't want to get in there and mess with it, so um, it doesn't play the tapes. It only plays the radio right now, and that's disclosed in the listing, of course, and it was on auction for $49. Why follow Vasquez Vintage? There's a million uh, reseller channels, so why follow this one? That's what I would be wanting to know. I can just tell you that our purpose for this channel is just to really to build some community in the Pacific Northwest region specifically, but anywhere else that anybody wants to interact with us from. Um, we are introverts, her and I, Abby and myself, but we know that there is power in who you know, and also just having community, having people to relate to and learn from things around thrifting and reselling, and outside of that. What about parenting? What about gay life? We are an alternative kind of family altogether, multiracial, free thinking, um, and gay. And I think that another thing that we do or can be is just honest. We're not going to be kind of um, padding numbers, making it sound better than what it is, but also not making it sound worse. We're not dramatic at all. We're not into fighting back and forth with people about things. You'll notice if at any point there is drama, I'll simply ignore it because I don't have energy for it. So it's one of those things where you can trust that we're just gonna speak it how it is. I think it might be interesting to watch some of the things that Abby does. The second part of Vasquez Vintage, she is a industrial designer by trade, and she's a maker, so she knows how to build things. We have a 3D printer right over there, and she does all kinds of graphic design and work on the computer that somehow sends information over to that machine that we can print off. She's an awesome lady, and she teaches our son, Jadis, who is 13, all kinds of things about science and life and uh, creating. So that's something different. Otherwise, we are sometimes not politically correct. I'll try to be as clean as possible, but we cuss sometimes. We laugh a lot. It's hard to be serious. It's even hard to be serious right now for this video, but you'll see that we're just kind of regular human beings that happen to be in this field of reselling. And so we thought we would introduce ourselves, tell you why we're doing this, and hopefully you'll join us and interact with us and give us feedback. So thank you.